All right, so you're new to ABI and you need some help. What's good, everybody? I'm T1 Nick. A little bit about me. I have been playing ABI since season 0, and I won the first ever ABI private tournament that they hosted with my team. And yeah, so I hope I can help you guys out a little bit. It's not going to be anything too in-depth. It's just going to give you guys a better head start and a better understanding of what's going on, and hopefully get a better hang of the ropes. So today I'm going to be your guys' guide guy. Everybody needs a guide guy every game. I'm not always going to be the guide guy, but I got y'all. So we're going to hop into the game right here. First thing I want to talk about is just to help you with stash space, because your stash will get full in this game, especially being new and not having all the storage expansions. So there's multiple storage expansions that you can get. We'll start there. Those are going to be in your contacts with a Vita. My camera is blocking it, but you can trade for 2 storage expansions and a big keychain from a Vita, which you're going to want to do when you can. They are going to be pretty expensive, but they're extremely worth it. So let's get into what you could do to help keep your storage clean. As you see, mine's really not great, but So the first thing is how you stack your money. This is how I stack my money. It's going to be a cowhide in a cowhide inside of a rush with 2 B6 tacks in it. And that's the most efficient way to stack your money and ammo. I do the same thing with my ammo, and that is the best, most efficient way to stack it. And then the second thing I want to talk about is just departing your guns. You remove the pistol grip and your mag of your guns. They become one rows. Certain guns, like you guys see here, the AEK or the SJ, are 1 row weapons already. It just depends on the gun. So that's basically it for really keeping your stash clean and stuff like that. The next thing I want to get into is to help you guys out in raids. So the FA multi is going to be like your best friend in raid. There's other chest rigs as well that I'll show you guys right now. There's other chest rigs as well that are slot efficient, meaning that they take up less slots than they hold, right? So for instance, this warrior rig is slot efficient. This H-Tac armored rig, slot efficient. This one is slot efficient as well. These are just the armored rigs. You're obviously going to want to take them anyways because they'll make you good money. But things are slot efficient, so you just want to pay attention to that. But for the unarmored chest rigs, 926 is slot efficient. The FA multi is slot efficient. The FA commander, the B6 is all slot efficient. But what makes the FA commander and the FA multi so good is the 2 slots, so you could hold helmets in them or albums or stuff like that. Any 2x2 item you could hold in there, which makes them crucial. So what you can do with stacking in this game is having an FA multi is going to save you 6 slots of space because they take up 12 and you get 18. So you definitely want to look out for those and make sure you grab those. They also sell well and they're just great to have. The second thing you could do is, right, if you have a rush tack, this is for instance like saying I have a 926 bag and I kill a guy and he has an FA multi and a rush tack. You can put the FA multi in the rush tack and put it in your bag, and it only takes up half of your bag slots, right? So you're gaining way more slots because the rush tack is also slot efficient. And you can also hold 2 FA multis or a body armor, so that's just the way you're going to want to stack bags and stuff in raid. So I just wanted to show you guys that, help you guys bring out more loot, make more money. So I think that's basically all I want to touch up on for helping you keep your stash cleaner and helping you in raid with being a better looter. As for knowing what to take, starting out, I would recommend just taking everything. As for the lootables, they go up. The game makes it super easy for you. First off, you can see what everything is worth. Secondly, they go up in tiers, right? So you have gray items, you have blue items, you have purple items, and you have gold items. And then obviously you have reds, which you can get out of you could really get anywhere. They're just the rarest items in the game. So there's a red there, and they're the most expensive items you can get. So as for that, I think that's all I really want to talk about in the stash and stuff. Next, let's get into like armors and what I think you guys should be running. Obviously, starting out, you guys are going to be in normal mode, which has a gear cap, so you don't have to worry about fighting dudes that are super over geared. Everyone's going to be in the same gear, tier 4 or less, and all starting out, you know, same spot. Once you go up in difficulty in the modes and the more difficult maps, then you will be dealing with bigger guys. So when it comes to armors, obviously you guys are fine just starting out. Run whatever, you know, whatever you really can. Be, you know, you're just starting out, get your money. Once you start making a little money and stuff like that, the helmets in the tier 5 range that I would recommend using would be like this O3 tac, because you can have headphones with it. It has a tier 4 visor, and it has a decent medium ricochet chance. Another good helmet is this SH60. This one is medium ricochet chance as well. Low sound blocking, so you don't lose that much hearing from not having headphones. And it has a tier 4 visor as well, and it's much cheaper. Or I would go with the SH65. Because this is tier 5 helmet and tier 4 visor, except it does severely block your audio. But it's the most protective one. The AN95 isn't bad as well. It has like built-in hearing and tier 5 helmet with medium ricochet chance and a tier 4 visor, but the SH has the high ricochet chance and stuff. This is the one I would probably run the most, just because I don't like running tier 4 visors, but that's for the tier 5. Absolutely none of you, even though I know I said run what you can, do not run this helicopter helmet. For it being 150k, a tier 4 gun, or tier 4 armor, trash. Do not run it. Waste of money. The best tier 6 helmets you're going to want to look out for are the SH65, the RST, and the Moto helmet, which you can no longer get from the market. You can get it only from crafting when this season comes out. Right now, you can get it from one of the contacts from a trade every couple of days, but it is only from crafting, which will be in the next season. As for body armors, a lot of people do not know this. When it comes to tier 4 versus tier 5, the only difference is tier 5 has better protection against tier 4 bullets. When wearing tier 4 and tier 5, you still die in 3 bullets to the body from tier 5 ammo. And when it comes to headshots, wearing a tier 4 helmet or a tier 5 helmet, you die in 2 bullets to the head wearing tier 5 versus tier 4. There are certain chances with RNG and stuff like that that you don't, but most of the times it is the same when it comes to the head. But to the body, it's always 3 shots to the body, tier 4, tier 5, and you die. So that's a big difference there. Good thing to know. When it comes to the best tier 5 armors in the game, this BT6 is very good. That's honestly the only one I would recommend wearing. Or I would recommend wearing this armored rig if you're going to go tier 5. As for tier 6 armors, personally, I think this one is the best. You lose a lot of movement speed, but it eats the most. Or you could get the BT201, which is a white armor, and that will be available in crafting. But I wouldn't recommend really any of these. I usually just rock like this armored rig right here. In my opinion, is the best bang for your buck. So yeah, that's like armor and understanding like the ways the bullets work in this game. That's like the main thing I want people to know.
Dark Zone
is that difference between tier 4 and tier 5. As for knowing what bullets are the best, the game makes it very simple. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5. Or level 6 ammo, which is red ammo. So a bullet type, the 54, does go up to tier 7. You cannot buy red ammo on the market. You can only craft it in the next season, which is the greatest change that they've ever added. So and those bullets, the red ammo can one tap to the head, tier 6 armor.
I hope you're used to.
Coming in also, let's talk about some of the best guns to use in the game. You have the HK, you have the AEK, you have, I think that's it for the meta ARs. The AK-12 is very good as well. And then your SVD, your M110, are very good with red ammo. The MK in close range is very good. And when it comes to guns that are decent, and you guys should use, they're going to be cheaper, and the guns that I would recommend starting out, an M4, very trustworthy gun, especially starting out, probably the best one. The MDR, very good as well. The AUG, extremely good, especially with Season 3. It's getting a 42 rounder. The AR-57, the F2000 is good as well. The TO3, T951, also good options. And like I said, the AK-12. The MCX is usable. There's a lot of usable guns here. When you are in Forbidden, the game, you can make other guns work, but the meta guns are the meta guns at the end of the day. They're just the strongest and the best. The P90 next in this season is going to be very good. It's already really good, but now that you can add grips on it, that's going to be a gun to look out for on close range maps, or if you play in close range engagements, that's going to be a very good gun.
How's the dark? Listen here.
It's another thing I want to talk about. Oh, DEKE. DEKE is your guys' friend. Not really. He's more of like your enemy because he's going to fuck you every day, is like you see me. DEKE resets. You can refresh him 3 times a day. He gives you offers. Occasionally, he'll give you really good stuff for really cheap, or he'll give you tier 4 armor. But for you guys, it will help out. It's half off. You know what I'm saying? So DEKE is going to be your guys' friend. He's going to give you a lot of money. You can make money by selling the shit DEKE gives you, or just running it. But yeah, as you can see, you can refresh him 3 times a day, and you get different items from him. So that's DEKE.
I heard you're pretty
You can do exchanges with every character. If you have a certain item that you like and you want to exchange for, like you have items that you want to exchange for, like for instance, say I want to do exchange for this O3 helmet. You can go here and you can add the items to your wish list. Not the helmet, but you can add the items to your wish list. So when you pick them up in raid, it will have a little icon, and you will know that it's something you want to keep because it's for that trade. Now let's talk about heals and how just everything in like here works. Up here is your bundle coupons. This is where like this game gives you a lot of stuff for free, or if you buy the battle pass, you get lots of armor and gun bundles and guns and stuff like that, ammo, heals. That's where all this stuff is going to be in your bundle coupons. Now let's get into configuring items. So like this is where everything happens. It's super quick and easy in this game. This is how you can set up your whole kit, right? Say I clear this out, right? So here I'd come in and I'd go, I want, you know, my 2 heals, my surgery kit, I want my stims, I want my drinks, I want grenades, hit confirm. All of it just goes right here. It goes where it's supposed to go. So that is that for configuring items. You can do this. You can buy your ammo right here to fill your mags and stuff like that, or just buy your ammo as you need. And then as for configure gear, this is changing in Season 3. It's going to be much better. Because also in Season 3, you're going to be able to save gear sets. But in configure gear, you see click helmet icon. All my helmets are there. Body armor. You can favorite items. And if you favorite them, they'll be on your favorite list. And you can just buy them right there as you need them. And you put it all on, stuff like that. Weapons, same shit. Weapon modding in this game, incredibly easy. The numbers are opposite from Tarkov. You want the numbers to go up, not down. All right. Numbers you're going to want to look out for, obviously, is your recoil and your ergonomics. Those are going to be the most important things to you. Another thing you're going to want to look out for on your weapons is firing power. The AEK is one of the best guns in the game. It only has medium firing power. If it had high firing power, this gun would be insane. High firing power just basically means the bullet pens more and does more to armor and stuff like that. Overall, basically higher firing power, more damage. So let's talk about like heals and stuff like that, like what you guys should be using. Anything below this E3 right here, I would not recommend you guys to use. These are incredibly cheap, but they're only 120 durability, They do not heal bleeds, and they take a lot of hydration. But I get it, they're cheap. If you guys gotta use them, definitely just don't use this. But and the thing I wanted to talk about is your 100Ds. These treat your bleeds, and they take no dehydration. There's 400 durability. I usually just buy 2 of them because they're cheap. It's like 50k for 2 of them, as opposed to like I run this sometimes, but 75k, get 400 more heals. But I don't know, 100Ds are just what work for me. But I would look out for things that don't take your dehydration down. As for surgery kits, the way surgery kits work in this game is, it used to be the lower tier surgery kit, the more health you lost on the limb you're repairing. It's not like that anymore. Now what it does is, the better the surgery kit, the more HP your limb has when you put it back on. So what I mean is, like if I use this STD kit, it's my favorite just because you pop it the quickest. It's a 2x1 space. You get 4 uses. You do lose dehydration with it. With this STO, you don't. But I feel like I leave these 2 in raid too much. When I find like other items and I just end up not having space for them. With the STO, I heal it and my limb will come back with 15 more HP. That doesn't mean losing a limb you have more overall HP. It just means when you heal the limb, instead of it being like 7 HP, it'll be like 20 something, you know? With the STO, it's when you heal your limbs, they're back to full HP, you don't have to heal. With the TMK, it's a little bit less, better than the STD. The simple surge, it's the lowest, lose the most dehydration, takes 13 seconds to do it. I don't really recommend bandages in this game. If you're not running the 100D, I would recommend bringing bandages, because when you do heal a bleed, it takes, like you see here, this one takes 50. You lose 50 durability, and that doesn't count towards healing your body. That just counts for getting rid of the bleed. So, bring bandages. Let's talk about the stims. You have the regen stim. This constantly restores your HP. You have the endurance stim. This makes it to where you can sprint longer and farther. It increases your overall stamina, increases the amount of stamina you lose when you're like sprinting and jumping and stuff like that, and increases how fast you gain it back. And then you have the strength stim. This works for, if you guys see, these ones have white bands. That means they're the higher tier stims, which means they're just better than the ones without the white bands. For this one, it's 85 kilograms. Anything below that, this will help you carry. I think for this one, it's 75. Anything below 75. Because you get at 70, you get red weight and you can't sprint anymore. So this will help you from like around there. Anything below 85, this one will work. As for beverages and stuff like that, obviously do whatever you want. I use the e-drinks because they give you hydration and energy, as well as they give you stamina recovery. So when you get to red stamina, you can drink one of the e-drinks and it instantly puts your stamina all the way back up. The taurines like that as well, just a little bit, just not as good, but it's a little bit cheaper. As for nades, the best nades in the game are the MK2s because of the pierce effect and the armor damage and the fragment type and the effective range. The M67s are going to be the second best because they're shrapnel grenades, so they damage armor and stuff like that. And then you have your GHOs, which are concussion grenades, which means they can hit like through cover and walls, depending on the situation. Stun grenades are very OP in this game. You can hit someone, if you're trying to clear something and you throw a stun in and you hear a tink sound, that means you hit somebody with it, and you can like kind of tell the direction that they're in and know that somebody's there. And also it cuts off their hearing, and if they look at the stun, they can't see for a little bit. So that's this stuff. For PKs, I either recommend using these EXs because they're 8 use for 1 slot. They last for 300 seconds. They do dehydrate you though. Or you can use the liquid painkillers, which are cheap. I bring in like 5 or 6 of them, but you got to have 6 slots, 1x1 slots of space for them. But they are very good. They last 270 seconds and they do not take any dehydration from you. That's probably the ones people use the most. And then I think that's all I wanted to touch up on for this stuff. Also, you get 1 more Evita expansion from doing your main missions. When you get 12 progress in the main missions, you get an Evita expansion, so I would recommend doing that. And I think that's basically it. To be honest, like I said, it wasn't going to be super in depth. It was just stuff to help you guys understand more of what's going on, stuff like that. The rest of the tutorial will obviously help you guys out with. You know, the game has maps and everything for you guys. It's all laid out there. It tells you where the safes are and stuff like that. If you see the red circles on the map, that's the hot zones where like the loot is better, and that's also where a lot of people go because the loot is better. So yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to touch up on. I hope this video helped you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching the video. I hope this helps you guys a little bit out there. I look forward to seeing y'all, and I hope you guys enjoy the game as much as I do. I love this game. I think it's the best extraction shooter out right now and probably will be for a long time. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, drop a like, drop a comment. And you guys can watch me on Twitch. I'm live every single day. I'm a full-time Twitch streamer, so I hope to see you guys there. Anyways, peace. Love you guys.